So y'all, what I was just saying, breaking down my Gematria video about the number 42. You know, I know all of y'all probably watch C-Jax on YouTube, and C-Jax just came out with a video, you know, saying WWE finally admits Triple H is racist. And that right now they're focusing on hiring more black talent. And I know for a fact this is to try to bum rush Wrestlemania because of number 42. Now, what I want y'all to understand is that, yes, WrestleMania 42 will showcase some black people. Well, I'm going to say black wrestlers. Now, will this mean a coming of the new age 42, saying that, hey, we're going to have all this black talent just prosper after WrestleMania 42? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Now, yes, they're going to have to stay face for a while, but you're mainly going to see Javon Evans, Obafemi, and Trick Williams are mainly going to be the top guys. But let me play y'all this audio from C-Jax's video. So this is like a 2-minute clip of exactly what C-Jax was talking about, saying WWE and Triple H is looking for more black talent. So I'm going to go ahead and play y'all that audio right here.
Really utilize them on the main roster in WWE. And if you look at this report and you look at the criticisms, if the criticisms were fake, then Triple H would not change anything. But the fact that he's actively fighting his old racism, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is at this point. The fact that he's fighting his racial tendencies with new racial tendencies shows you that there was clearly a problem all along. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, if your boy C-Jax tells you that grass is going to turn to cheese, go find some crackers, because your boy is not lying, okay? Triple Fraud, at the end of the day, has a clear issue when it comes to booking black talent. And the only way he can combat this is by now overly booking and finding black talent. You're basically fighting your old racial tendencies by now being racially biased towards newer talent. Because now that he's overly focusing on black talent at this tryout, what about the other talents? What about the white talents? What about the Latino talents? What about the Asian talents? You know what I'm saying? What about talents that are not from America? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? You get what I'm saying? He's trying to combat old stupid stuff that he was doing with new stupid stuff. You should not be biased towards one specific race over any other race. What you should do is book a fair and balanced show and stop booking like a moron who sounds like Triple K. That's what he should be doing. But
you know, and that's just, you know, C-Jax, you know, a WWE critic. I want to say wrestling critic, but you know, C-Jax doesn't know about the number 42 in Gematria, which, you know, he may seen that, but that's what's going on. You know, WWE has always been racist. Always. So right now is nothing different, except you just clearly see it more with Triple H. Now with Vince McMahon cared more about money. And Vince McMahon didn't care whether black talent got over or not. You might have had some other people holding you down like JR, you know, but essentially if Vince McMahon wanted it to happen, it was going to happen. Now there's one more thing I want to say before I close out this video, which is why WWE is failing. Triple H has already said they don't want any wrestlers to be bigger than the business. So you will not see any new stars like The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, So you're not going to get those stars anymore. So what's going to happen once you're Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, damn near The Miz, and Cody, once they're gone, WWE will have no mega stars, and it's going to feel like you're watching TNA or you're watching AEW. Now, AEW has an opportunity to make mega stars and have stars bigger than the company. But what I would do if I was AEW, I would have to sign guys that I know I'm going to make stars and push. You have to give me like a 10-year contract. You know, you have to give me those 10 years. Because what WWE is going to do, like they did in the past, they stole guys from ECW. They stole guys from WCW. You know, you got to think about RVD, Eddie Guerrero. You know, all of those guys, they were in ECW. They got stolen from ECW by WCW. Then they came to WWE. Chris Benoit too. You know, now, did WCW fumble these guys and Vince McMahon genius turned them into stars? Yes. Except maybe Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam was kind of himself. He was going to be a star regardless. But what's going to happen is WWE are going to have no stars and they're going to have money. And if AEW build these guys up to really have mainstream success like a Mercedes Moné, WWE is just going to offer them money to come to their company. So that's what's going to happen. So you want to lock these stars into longer contracts. That's what's going to happen with AEW. Because WWE doesn't want to build anybody up. I mean, 2028, you know, really think about it. Like, if you don't have Roman, Cody, Drew, like, what are you going to watch? Is it going to be Trick Williams versus Solo at WrestleMania? You know, that's going to be crazy. Like, you can't have Obafemi versus Jacob Fatu WrestleMania. You know, they just have, they're going to lose their star power. And WWE has people with talent, but they're not wrestling, they're getting hurt. You know, they're not wrestling, they're getting hurt. And they're just not stars. I mean, Jade Cargill should feel like the biggest thing on SmackDown as far as the women's division and even the show. And she doesn't. You know, yeah, she's powerful, she's strong. Is she a heel or a babyface? Because people want to cheer for her because she's good. And then people want to boo her because she's doing heel stuff. But she should just be a menacing figure. But, you know, WWE doesn't want to make stars, so they want them to fail. You know, they think they can determine who gets over and who doesn't, and they don't want you to get over on your own. You know, The Rock, Stone Cold, all of those people got over on their own. The Undertaker character, yes, it was a Vince McMahon project, but Undertaker eventually evolved that character into the American Badass and still was over. And when Taker was like American Badass, he had been in the company, what, like 10 years? Man, look at some of these people who's been in the company. Like, I think Drew and Cody, they have over 10 years and they don't feel anything like The Undertaker. Stone Cold, The Rock, all of those people was in the company like 10 years and they megastars. So look at all these people who've been in the company longer than 10 years and they have no aura like the Attitude Era guys. And, you know, people can say what they want, like Roman, like, you know, Roman was kind of shitting on the Attitude Era, talking about like, oh, it was so edgy. Really, it was just more believable. I mean, we don't care if they curse or nothing. Like Cody could say some curse words, Roman could say some curse words. You know, someone says the B word. I mean, that's okay, but it's not like, oh my God, la, la, la. Like, man, Attitude Era was just believable. And people really looked like they wanted to fight. There wasn't all this, oh, I respect you, let's have a fair match. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, stop. Like, this is crazy. But I'm getting off topic. I'm ranting right now. You know, this is about WWE racism, Triple H racism, and the number 42. So C-Jax just dropped that video before I dropped my video on the number 42. But I'm going to throw that in there. You know, C-Jax just proved it. So y'all go like, comment, and subscribe, and check out C-Jax's full video. I'll actually link that in the description for y'all. Peace.